Welcome. I'm Chris McKean.
And I'm Andy Kiner.
We're all about cross-country racing, and normally it starts with 10 seconds.
But not in Iowa. In Iowa, it starts with hands-on helmets.
Welcome, buddy. We haven't been together, I think, on a podcast for a little bit.
Seems like it's been a month.
It kind of has been.
It's darn weather.
Weather, we all, most people don't know, but when it snows, you have to go into work and kind of do some plowing, and I have to do some plowing / shoveling all over the Des Moines area as well, taking care of different properties. So, yeah, it was fun last week. Had to take night off.
Yeah, and the week before, I got to take the night off, but I listened to you the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
welcome.
Working and listening. So, yeah, you guys did a good job.
We're kind of taking a break tonight. We had some scheduling conflicts with the guests that were scheduled to be on. So rather than skip over them, we kind of want to take a week off of the mini podcast. We'll pick it back up next week. But we just thought I'd use the filler. We can kind of talk about a couple things going on currently that we have working on. Do another highlight for those who didn't get to see the launch of the website at the banquet. We'll play a video, and we got Sabrina and Zach. They're going to join us. And then kind of a fun discussion towards the end. I didn't get any takers, anybody to join the podcast here live with us and have a discussion on the hits and last lap move at round 1 of GNCC to get people's input. But we can share our input on the situation. Just kind of talk through tonight.
There's another big thing there at the first round GNCC too.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see who won the overall youth?
I did see who won the overall youth. Yeah.
We keep saying the first time, and then he was the second time. Now he's the third time, and he's really set the tone going into this season. But congratulations to Cole Brandt and that whole team.
Yeah, I was kind of following the Facebook posts, second into the woods and took over first and led the rest of the way. But yeah, super proud of him.
Yeah, did a heck of a job. That team's been working hard all winter to get ready for this. So there's a lot of other guys and gals that did good too. But I know Jenna Berg won her class. Dylan Trigg. Trying to remember. I think he was like 9th maybe in college A. I think Jackson Carroll was not too far behind him. I know we're probably missing some guys. I shouldn't start naming names, but just trying to remember the ones that we were really following there. So it's good to see those guys get out there and do well, get some extra time in for the year.
Yeah.
So.
All right, buddy. Well, let's bring on our guests and kind of talk about some things that are going behind the scenes. Been kind of hinting at it for a while now. Just it's not something that happens overnight. That we've been working on this website. And it's not the only one. So maybe we can talk about maybe another website that we're working on. So without further ado, let's bring on our guests. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Morning, Zach.
Not all at once.
I was purposely being fun to see if you will talk.
Yeah. It's good to be here. It's good to talk about things like the website and probably the new other one that I don't know if I'm supposed to mention. That's basically done, but good to be here.
Yeah, so we have been working on this on the new IATVHSS website for I want to say November, October we started on it. And people don't know it wasn't. It's all built line by line, right? Zach, you built it all, so it wasn't. GoDaddy site, 100% all code. You busted a lot of late nights on it. And how many lines do you know off the top of your head? You know,
yeah, we were pushing like 30,000 there. It was not that that's some huge flex, but you know, yeah, I think it was the start of November there, and then it really started hopping up in December, and then I think I took a break for a couple weeks during the holidays, and then it spiraled out of control there.
We allowed you a little bit of a break. Yeah, you're welcome.
I heard, could you get it done January 1st? Yeah, but and then it was now February 1st. So it was fun to have that build up and kind of that nice little deadline. It didn't take too much time, you know, out of my life and out of my work. I'm lucky that I get enough time to play with these kind of things. So it's a lot of fun though. I had a lot of fun working on it.
Yeah.
So that's really. I just gonna say it's really cool because sometimes I struggle with that technical stuff with just Chris and I. So to get a little bit extra help for me, I really appreciate that. So
you need a lot of technical support most of the time, Andy. Usually, you know, it's your wife trying to help you out.
Easy.
I feel like we walked through some of it just about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for
sorry.
So
and then it was nice because we got Sabrina that's at all the races also with photography and your media background and stuff to come on board. And, you know, it's funny how, well, I think for a while it was Chris and Zach and I, and then Sabrina comes on and it's like, holy cow, all these changes, just having somebody with that visual, you know, to see that stuff and the ideas. It's really a team effort, man. Thank you guys. So
it was a good fit. Zach was able to do all the coding and I could just do design. So it made it a lot easier.
Yep. And it's not the first step. So, you know, let's talk about the video. I'm going to cut it out and I'll show the video real quick for those that missed the banquet, kind of so it's out there. We'll talk a little bit more and then we'll get into the new project real quick on what's going on. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring this on and we'll play.
You need help, Chris?
You want me to live commentate? No.
I knew I should have done this.
We can't hear anything.
You not hear that, Andy?
No.
This is what Zach was talking about 10 minutes ago. I should have taken it over.
We told him we couldn't hear it because he played it for us 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you guys. Well, we'll have to do some live audio then.
Oh, man.
One take. Okay,
yes.
So this is the main website. You can see all the new redesign of basically everything, all the nice pictures that Sabrina provided. She made all those graphics and everything like that. Towards the top, you get your shop, your live scoring links, your Facebook, YouTube, all the media pages for the results, all the rules, and most notably the pre-registration. I don't know what I'm yapping about here, but you can see the upcoming event, all the series sponsors with some highlight photos. You can go and click on any one of these sponsor logos and it'll take you to their website. And then towards the bottom, you get your about section, kind of talks about Andy and the crew and got your different hyperlinks. But most notably, the biggest thing that most people are going to look for is the schedule. So you're going to want to see your race times, all the different races, the dates, locations. You can click on the address to take you right to your Google Maps or your whatever the iOS people use nowadays. But really make it easy for plugging in that address so you don't have to copy paste it or look it up or something like that. And then just the overall start times for everything. Another whole big page about this Iowa State Fair event that happens every year, showing off all the different classes in there, and then the Heartland, which is kind of a little sneak peek It's not going to be on that site. It's going to be a whole different website, I think. But and then the media page. This is where Sabrina really came in and did a lot of good work. Provided a lot of good photos along with Amy Cirk. So we have all the photos that they gave. You can go in there and click on them, download them if you want. And you can also visit the link to that corresponding class and race. So this is from 2024 in round 1. So that'll take you to the 70-90 class from round 1 in 2024 for that photographer's photos. And then obviously Sabrina's is Atomic ATV. So you can go through hers and select all those awesome pictures. Really makes it nice because a lot of people don't know like who's taking pictures, and we can upload any kind of photographer that goes through and takes pictures and make it so people can go find those and buy those. You can see your 2025 event results there. In the next tab, all the different rounds, we'll be able to have the uploads for all the different PDFs and files. We also have the past champions page with all of the champions going back a few different years from all the different classes, ATV and UTV. I think some things are a little bit different now on the current website compared to when this video is taken, but on the rules page, we have all the different rules documents that you can go through, download or preview. Sabrina did an awesome job here with the plate and arrow graphics that got updated, showing you all the different kinds of number plates and colors that you need to have. And then the new arrow graphic right there is really awesome. I think you did a really good job on that. And then finally, the committee members toward the bottom, showing all the different ATV and UTV committee members, all their names and things like that, and photos. So you can get to know them. And then finally, the pre-registration. You're going to be able to go through and actually pre-register for all the different races if you so please. You can go through and pay for a whole season if you want. And it'll be done right then and there. You can go through and pay for PayPal, Venmo, credit card. You could choose to pay at the race, things like that. So however you want to get ahead really is going to allow a lot more time during race day to, take care of other things and I think really streamline a lot of activities. I'm pretty sure I go to the shop next. I'm not really sure where I went next. I'm probably just sitting here yapping on the actual video, but
you did go shop next.
There's a blah, 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 blah. But and then finally, we have the shop along with the live scoring contact us page if you want to hit Andy with any questions. I know, don't be spamming his phone. But the store here, you'll be able to go through, buy different kinds of things, add it to your cart. You can pay at the race, or not pay at the race, but you can select to pick it up at the race or get it shipped. Do the full checkout there, get a receipt and everything like that. Throw in your special instructions, but yeah, there's a lot of new things to this website. A lot of time went in, but overall, I think 90% of the work was the admin portion of it, which allows Andy and Chris and whoever to be able to use the website and understand like all the registration data, all the different management of photos, and people like Sabrina to go in there and add their pictures and things like that. So be able to live update the schedule points, all that. So just that was probably 80% of the work of the whole website was that admin stuff, just to give you guys the control to be able to do what you want with the website, and not necessarily, not that I wanted to eliminate myself, but give you guys the opportunity to have control over your website and do the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Zach, one of the coolest things I think is on there, even for myself, is the link to the live scoring. Go to the website and just hit it there. In the past, we've had it on Facebook, you put it on there, Chris, but when other things get posted, like live videos, stuff like that, then you got to scroll down to try to find it and everything, and just nice to be able to know you can go right there every time and click on it. So that looks great. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Definitely not a creative, but Sabrina did all the hard, heavy lifting on that one, gave us a really good vision for what to do next. And because I was like, I don't know, I'm going to throw in all these pictures, but I don't know. I'm good at coding, but I'm not a creative by any means. So that was all her.
Thanks,
really
Zach.
thankful for that.
I think you two working together did a great job.
I think that's going to show. In
And
this
I
next
really
one as
appreciate
well.
Zach too. Cool. I do appreciate though when you was talking about turning it over so that we could do stuff to the website, and you mentioned my name first. I thought that was really nice. Appreciate that.
He was.
I see where this is going.
Chris ain't even listening.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach.
I'm surprised Chris didn't give you instructions to lock me out.
I did make it so you can't remove yourself as an admin and everything like that. So
Let's go. So I'm throwing this out there, man.
Oh man.
I'm going to throw it out so you guys can talk about it.
What is this?
What is this? What is this, Zach?
the new Heartland website. So this is not like live yet. Please don't go to that link and register yet. But it's going to be on the, I don't know when, but pretty soon here. But this is what it looks like right now. We're just making some final tweaks to it. But
I mean,
the full Heartland website, you're going to be able to go in, view everything like the current one, but quite a bit more enhanced. Not only on like the side of, you know, somebody that wants to go race, but people like Andy and Chris, I got to manage it and, you know, be able to handle all these registrations and everything like that and organize the entire thing. It's going to make their job a lot easier.
Zach, you're really losing points with me. You keep saying Andy first. It's Tracy and myself.
I'm from Minnesota. I'm going to start saying sorry next. And
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Zach, you see who gives people hard times around here. I'm just telling you, I appreciate what you're doing. I think you're doing a great job.
So I really like it. You know, we had to cancel the Heartland for some reasons, Andy, and you know, kind of give it a revamp this year. Really love the new logo, Sabrina, that you came up with. I mean, it really does pop, and the website goes with it. I mean, it's kind of a work in progress. I really don't want to click on the tabs because we're still fine tuning everything here. But it kind of looks like a regular IATVHSS website. Looking good. I mean, we have 182 days until the Heartland. Andy, might want to get out there and get the track ready.
Sweet. I'm going over in my head already. Trust me on that.
Yeah, so it's out there. You might notice there's no sponsors yet. We are looking for some sponsors. So if you are tuning in, you might, and you know somebody, a dealership that's local or that helps you out, they wouldn't mind, you know, maybe chipping in a few bucks here and there to keep the Heartland going. Certainly looking for that sponsorship as well.
Just be clear on that too, Chris, since you mentioned that. Is Sabrina and I was talking about this today, but you're right, 100%. We're currently in the process of finding sponsors to maintain, you know, the way it's been in the past and to get those. Our goal is obviously to get the payouts out to where they used to be, you know, in every class. So everything that comes in though from a sponsor right now, 100% of that will be put right back out to the riders. We always call this kind of like the racer's race, you know. So just something a little nice to know is everything that comes into sponsors will be going back out to the riders. So it's a very unique race with a very unique payout. So.
Yep. So this website as well, once we get things up and going, we're still kind of, I saw a comment out here about the, you know, online registration. Heartland's going to be the same as well. We'll have an online registration. We're still kind of testing that out. But yeah, should be a smoother process for everybody to get to the Heartland and register your team. Yeah, super excited way it's moving forward. So
very cool. Once again, great
full
job.
PayPal, full Venmo, full pay at the race. You can mail a check. That's all configured in there. All the receipt stuff like that. So you'll be able to take it and print it out if you want, if you so please. But it's gonna, I think, really speed up time. You know, for being able to throw in your team and pay and be done.
Yep. And behind the scenes, it helps out as well. I mean, nobody wants to wait in line at registration, and it goes through quicker. And there's a lot of data that we use and that we can provide to others behind the scenes. We have it all up front as well. We're not trying to scramble during the race to get all that gathered up in one place. So good, very good. All right, sorry if I spilled the beans on that one quickly, but I'm super excited about both of them.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
It's a lot of the stuff that, quite frankly, we can't manage that. I mean, that's something that, especially when we get closer, changes being made with the race and everything, and having you two on board is like, I know Chris has done a lot of this. I got to give him credit. I don't really mean to, but I have to. So, but you guys coming on board like this and taking this over is like unbelievable. It's a huge breath of fresh air, and I think the people that's going to see it the most is probably the riders, and how convenient it's going to make everything. And I don't go to a lot of the different websites, but just little stuff like being able to go to find the photographer, Sabrina, to find your stuff. If I get people almost every race ask me, or you see it online, is who's the photographer, where you can go right to the website and see that, and I think that's just really cool. And like I said, the live scoring, and we'll have that also. It may not be there yet. Maybe it is. I didn't see it, but
it's not there yet.
On the Heartland. Okay.
We'll have live scoring and also the live video that Steve Mueller with Tire Spine does behind the scenes for everybody.
Very cool. Yeah.
It's still something we're working on. And just to make sure if anybody caught that date, the date currently on the website is a little bit off because we are racing August 22nd, which is Friday.
Negative.
Right?
Negative.
Oh, shoot, I'm in August. July 25th. July 25th. So if you saw this, I'll throw it back up. August 21st is just a date we put out there. We said it's kind of a still beta mode. So we'll get all that corrected. And once the website goes live, we'll have all the correct dates. I just got a text message real quick about that. So I want to make sure everybody. So, yeah, but good job, guys.
Look bad. Oh.
No, July 25th is the Heartland date. So
nice.
See why you got to watch him, right, Zach?
Yep. No, I got to keep him on.
I mean, if we'd let that go, everybody would show up a month late, and it's just not a good situation.
All these registrations. I'm surprised there are. I'm checking it right now. There's already 50 registered. No, I'm just kidding.
Good job, guys. And also, we're looking at vamping up the social media as well. So Sabrina kind of interested in that as well, because I forgot the count. Anybody have the count until our first race?
2 months. Today,
we're about 2 months in, 2 months away. Oh yeah, those last minute builds getting ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Could say that.
Yeah.
I haven't even started mine.
Well, so Sabrina, do you have anything for like the photography side of things with it?
I guess everyone knows where to find my website now because we were able to put it up on the website. Thank you guys for that. And then Amy's photos are there as well, as you saw. I guess I don't have anything specific. I've had questions about like what do I look for in racers? Every photographer has their own preference. And so I like to get nice close-up action shots. I try to think of like what would be the coolest photo, that's something that racers would want to see. So I try to get up close and personal where it's still safe. I have almost been ran over a few times, but
yeah,
it just comes with the sport. I do have a sponsorship program that's still open. If there's any racers that really like photos, I offer discounts to my sponsored riders. Zach is a sponsored rider, so I'm sure he appreciates that. But yeah, I like to try to keep it as cheap as possible. I edit all of my photos so that way they're as crisp and clean and as nice as possible since you're paying for a photo. But I try to still keep it as cheap as I can and still operate a website and everything.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So how do you talk about the photographer stuff? How do you like choose a good spot? Do you just kind of like roam around at the track or?
Yeah, I try not to stay in the same spot for more than one lap. So typically I'll use people as like a point of reference. So I have friends throughout all the different classes that I pay attention to. So if I see Elijah Edmondson go by, I know that basically he's typically the top few. So I know him. He's already come around again. And I try to make it through to like the women's or first year. I recognize a few people. And once I see those certain people, I start to move down the track. If I get there early enough, I'll scout out the track and walk the track and figure out like, oh, there's some jumps or there's some nice corners. Just so it's a nice variety. You guys had let me go out to the track for the cornfield, so that was really cool. Some nice variety. And so then I walked around from there to get some different shots. So it's not the same thing over and over again.
I love that shot of Zach coming through the corn there at the dust and everything. It almost makes it look like you were going pretty fast, Zach.
Yeah, it was on that previous lap that I caught a stump and I rolled really bad. If you look closely, my handlebars are all messed. I bent my Hauser steering stem and everything on that one. I love that picture though. That's my favorite. Yeah.
No, that was cool. And that was at Weldon, wasn't it? The new track?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think we told everybody, but just speaking of that, I reached out to the Bear family today. They were busy this evening. They've had a lot of sickness. I was going to ask them to come on, which they will at a later time, but they end up winning 2 of the 3. I think they won, they won the adult and the side-by-side track of the year at the banquet the other day. So the youth track of the year, was that Fort Dodge, Chris?
I think it was Fort Dodge.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So that was pretty cool. So appreciate everything they guys did, and even got one of the best pictures of the year from there. So that's pretty cool. So how do you fight the? Do you have to use different lenses when it's so dusty?
I do not. I just change some of my settings, and then when I edit my photos in Lightroom, they kind of have like a dehaze setting to help cut down on some of the smoke and dust.
Gotcha. Huh.
So those take longer to edit when it's super dusty out.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Well, we've already been working on T-shirts. We had that discussion earlier today. So getting some stuff organized, at least for the first couple T-shirts. Yeah. I was going to say, no, never mind. We won't go on with that, but still working on that, I guess. So, but no, I think that whole thing from the Heartland to the series, I think that stuff just looks great. I think probably the best we've ever seen it by far, and I'm definitely excited. All the little stuff. It's like a one-stop shop. You can really get. Oh, speaking of shop, I do know Zach. I know I need to talk to Trace about getting that updated on that store, and we'll start getting stuff loaded up there when we get more shirts. But I know we already had somebody order a hat, and I guess we're out of hats. So I don't know who that was. So yeah, we start getting stuff. We'll get it reloaded. I guess we probably need to put some out there saying we're sold out of those hats and stuff, but we had somebody try buying a couple items there today, Chris, and I guess we took the money, but we're out of merchandise. So I guess it works well. So.
It's a great trade.
Exactly.
Hey, you mind if I ask Sabrina a question? What
Sure.
What would be somebody getting into photography like for this? What would you say is like an entry price point? Like if I wanted to go do this, if I wanted to get a camera for my wife or something and let her do this once a year or something.
I would say probably about $2,000 to $2,500.
Holy cow! Is that all in the lens or just a camera? Or?
Yeah, so I spent like a little over $2,000, and I got a nice camera and then a decent lens. But I found out that you care more about the lens because the riders go by so fast, the camera has a really hard time focusing on it. So I then went out and got another $2,000 lens that was significantly higher quality, and so it's really able to keep up with the racers and everything. And so if you have a really good lens, it makes your job so much easier. But yeah, probably about $2,000 is like a good starting point, because if you go too cheap on equipment, the quality of the photos just aren't there.
Wow. So could I, if I spent that much, if I got a camera like that, could I translate it to other stuff? Like if I wanted to take pictures of birds or something? You know?
Yeah. So it's basically your settings. So like once you have that like high quality lens, you can adjust your settings. So if you want to shoot like faster objects, or if you want to do like landscapes, it's just all in the settings of the camera.
Wow.
Huh.
So Zach's going to take up bird watching after he's done creating all the websites.
No, I've always been interested in getting a nice camera, but man, you could either spend $200 or it sounds like you spend $5,000 or something like that. But and I know your husband he has a YouTube channel.
I have one too.
And you have one as well. What is the camera to go to if like I was thinking about for this year for the season of getting a camera for racing, what would be the one to get?
I highly recommend the GoPro. I got an Insta360 last year. I love going to parks throughout the country, and so that's what my channel is, just trying to showcase different parks. Like we've gone to New York and Ohio and things. The Insta360, the quality just is not there because it's 4K or 5K throughout all 360 view. So it's only really like 720, maybe 1080, versus GoPro, you're getting that 4 to 5K, and it's so much better quality.
Okay. How do those stack up against like the DJI one? Do you know?
I don't know about that one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I did notice, Sabrina, on some of your photos was incredible. I mean, I've seen like machines with like flame jobs on them, and actually looks like they're on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really...
when you have a higher quality camera, it's able to pick up a lot more on details and things. So I have some photos where you can see the blue smoke coming out of their exhaust, or white smoke.
Yeah, that was cool. I appreciate all the extra help you gave me in the photography and the media at the banquet this year too. That was really nice. We got a lot of laughs and a lot of enjoyment out of that. So
thanks, Sabrina.
Yeah, next year I'll set up a whole thing with my camera and everything on a tripod, so it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. Not to mention the posters. The posters were phenomenal. I think that was a good banquet. And just so if that's something I guess we probably need to put on the store, you know. So we have in case you weren't at the banquet, we have posters of all the champions at the Iowa State Fair. And then we have two different ones. You did one for us with every class, including side-by-sides and pit bikes and everything, and the adult 90s. And then you did the one with just all the AMA #1 plates, the qualifying classes and stuff. So, yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
so,
they turned out nice.
Yeah. I just hung one of mine up in the shop tonight. So, and I got a couple other posters I put up out there too, you know, some wanted signs and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
Nice, thanks. We still have quite a few. Quite a few.
Did you see those, Zach?
No, I don't know what we're talking about.
Why don't you hold that up there?
So never find out it was me.
What now?
Hold it up there so Zach can see it.
So Zach, Andy's been on this Prius kick, saying I have a Prius, you know, and I really don't have one. But then he put a missing sign and a reward.
The flames thing. This is good.
What?
This is great.
Yeah, they were all over the banquet. So my daughter and my wife helped me gather up probably half of them, I think. Yeah, we found them in various spots. So yeah, it was quite
I heard there was
entertaining.
some in the restroom.
I got the stuff out of the guys' restroom, didn't go in the women's restroom. So,
I got to get those added to the shop, huh?
Yeah. We still have a limited edition of them left. So somebody needs those too.
Yeah, had to sign quite a few for kids at the banquet, so we're charged. But I have some other questions here that people are kind of filtering in regarding the website. So there's a question about contingency forms. So if we do have a contingency for this year, we will throw those out there on the website. I really was not going to put the entry forms out there because we have two options. You either pre-register on through the website, or you can fill out the questionnaire, and we'll have those forms filled out for you and ready. But yeah, we won't have and won't publish those entry forms online anymore.
And since we had talked about it before, Chris, on that contingency, we had mentioned that we did have the Ober contingency. Some things have changed, and as of right now, we do not have an Ober contingency. So no GBC and no Ober as of right now. So, but if we do get some, that'd be a good idea to get them put on there for sure.
Yep. So people can get copies. Love the online registration. Thanks, Kyle, for the kind words. We're trying to make it faster registration process for everybody, including so good, thoughtful words. I don't know this next one to Andy. I don't know why you're paying Dylan, what you're paying him, but I don't get it. What favor? Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything.
I'm impressed you even put it out there.
So who's Dylan's also asking about maybe who's on the shirts. Can we give maybe a sneak peek? Do we have a hint? Maybe we can drop a next episode so you might be on that first shirt.
Well, I have been working on that, but it's not verified. I want to check to see before I announce that some individuals haven't been on shirts. I haven't had a chance to speak with my wife about it yet. So I will tell you I can release one of them because on the first shirt, and that is Gary Eads will be the ATV highlighted on there. Because Gary was very big part of us getting back into Trenton, and I was supposed to have been on there last year, and I made some changes at the last second and kept my word. I told him make sure we get him back on there. So Gary's working on that right now. He'll definitely be highlighted, and I think Gary does a lot for a lot of people with the parts and everything, and he's always helped trying to find stuff down there. I know he's still looking, so we appreciate that. So Gary will be the first one in the ATV, but the UTV and the youth, I haven't contacted the people that's on there yet, so I better hold off on there.
All right, good. Excitement's building.
I don't know if I should release who the ATV is on Fort Dodge yet or not, but
no.
Sabrina, do you think I should?
I would wait.
I'd wait. Okay. I was working with Sabrina on trying to get pictures, so she has a good idea on this. So,
yeah.
But
yeah, so there'll be lots more coming on the website and also on social media as we ramp up for the first race.
Now, what was that? Sorry, what would you say that Dylan said that first one? Can you put that back up?
Oh, I deleted it.
Should be president.
That's me for president?
Deleted it.
I'm sure Dylan's probably going to be on a shirt,
Lobbying.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
But, yeah, nope. So.
Your son thought he was funny following your footsteps. Yeah. Thanks, Brock.
I know he told me that was the only issue he had when he stepped in for me was really just trying to get things going in the mornings with scoring,
Yeah. I know. I'm really excited. Live scoring. Oh, what's some other things with scoring behind the scenes? Kind of flirting around with some ideas on how to maybe make the LED more accessible than the countdown clock. I'm kind of flirting around with some of those ideas. We'll see.
Yep.
So
sounds good.
Yeah. Well, got anything else for these two? Give them some time back. Zach gonna go work on some more website stuff. We gotta fix those rules.
Already fixed, actually.
Okay.
That's the one thing that I'm amazed on. I don't know how many times I've been talking to Zach about, well, this over here, and before I could get done talking, he'd be like, "It's done."
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow, it's quick. Because I wasn't talking very long, Chris.
Yeah. 3 hours later. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I know some people might not think it was important, but I think for us internally, it's showing some good improvements. We're moving to the right direction with how the series is running. More to come. So thank you guys for your time.
Actually, I do have one more quick question for Sabrina. And I was thinking about this after our conversation today. What if a guy is wanting to get photos done? Maybe it's for senior pictures, or just photos for, are you doing anything for what am I trying to say? To send out sponsorships or, you know what I mean? The resumes for writers.
Yeah, I posted, I think it's probably been 2 months now, sponsorship opportunities. So I have a few racers that have applied and they get a discount. So they send me their racer resume and they fill out a Google form.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'd be open to doing senior pictures. I've gone to a track before and taken pictures up in Wisconsin. So yeah, I'm pretty open to travel and go places for private photos.
And what about at the track, someone, let's say, that first couple races where people have a new wrap or a new machine and they're wanting to, get some good photography done, pictures with their machines before the races. That's something I would say that if you let me know if somebody reaches out to you, and is there a way? Yeah. Is there a thing on there for them to contact you through the website?
I don't think they can because it's just photos only. So I can't post other services, but they can reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram.
And how is that?
If you go to the business page, I believe there's a chat with us option, kind of like the Iowa Series page. You can message the business page. Gotcha.
And then what's your photography's name and everything?
Atomic ATV Photography.
Okay. Yep. Because I just know there's a lot of guys getting new graphics done. They always look good right in the very beginning, and that's when they start going downhill after that. So I just thought it might be a good idea if they're wanting to get some of that stuff to be able to get a hold of you before. And if they do, let me know, and we can always make sure that you have a place to go, on the track or wherever, somewhere there to do them. So
yeah, that'd be fun.
Zach will want to be coming out of a cornfield again. So
only time you'll ever catch me in a cornfield.
So here's something.
Those up here.
Sabrina, Iowa. It's BowgrenMotorsports.com is your website, right?
No, that's Nick's.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to talk about Nick for a second. So Nick does some number plates. So if you want custom number plates like at the banquet, he can do those for folks. The first two people that go to your website after 7:46 p.m. today, next two people that go and order custom number plates front and back, they will be bought by myself.
Wow.
For those listening, if you don't have custom plates, yeah. So go out there, and we'll get in contact, and I'll purchase the next 2 plates orders.
Sabrina's Nick there.
Yeah. Come here.
Can you just let him know? Chris is trying to get someone to type in, Chris for president. It's what he's really trying to do.
What it is. I thought you was avoiding this one.
Yeah.
You gotta take out.
So you can't go out there, Nick, and register yourself. So just let me know. Next 2 people, and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm doing it right now.
Zach's typing it up too.
So
I'd love to get number panels, especially if they're paid for by Chris.
Yeah, why not? That way I can see when they're coming through scoring.
That's pretty cool, Chris.
Maybe
Thinking
do
ahead.
that,
That's
90
pretty cool.
slot challenge too. You were talking about the banquet, so
What was that?
the idea we had for the adult 90s as well. I'll start looking into something like that. I know we were talking about that at the banquet too.
Yep, it's a secret. Andy doesn't even know about it yet. So secret.
Yeah.
So you haven't told you yet, Andy. That you tell me. So yeah, we got something brewing for the adult 90.
Sweet. And that's been just make sure everybody knows on that. We've had 2 announcements at the. Actually, I didn't announce the second one, but I'm going to today. So first of all, we want to thank Jason Mickelson for all that. Did you see that stack of money we handed out to the adult 90s?
He's quite the short stack.
Oh, here we go. I'm trying to be nice here, man. Come on. But Jason Mickelson and Century 21 is going to be doing that again. So we can't thank them enough. I know we mentioned at the banquet, but I just want to let everybody know that wasn't at the banquet. They know that. And then Terrell Kerr is also said that he is also doing his part again for the Whole Shot Award. So we will be doing that again. So evidently we did get enough drinks in him that night because he decided to do it. Not only that, but thanks, Terrell, because I did get the bill to my room on those drinks. So I know he got them. So, but I told him he didn't have to do that. We appreciate him doing it last year, and he said he really wanted to do it. So we can't thank him enough for doing that. So it's pretty cool when the racers and like yourself doing that with the number panels and everything. That's pretty cool to see everybody helping each other. So,
yep. Yeah. Thank you for those drinks too, Andy.
Oh, that was you? That would not surprise me a bit. Actually, I just found out about it. My wife just goes, "Did you hear about the charge we had to the room?" I was like, "Now, who knows what room we were in?" I'm going to start next year. I'm telling you, I'm going to know what room you're in, Chris.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
I had some pretty good bids from my bid number too on the silent auction.
Did you win anything?
I did win a couple things just one.
Yeah.
I think it was just one thing that I won. So didn't get in there quite quick enough before we got kicked out from voting. So
good.
Yeah. And that was we haven't really talked a lot about the banquet. I know it's probably something we're going to do more next week, but definitely want to thank everybody that had a part in bringing stuff or building stuff or baking stuff for the banquet auction. We're able to raise a nice amount of money there for the Strable family. So we definitely appreciate that. And that was a lot of fun too. So.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you too for coming on. I think we have another guest kind of sitting on last minute here, waiting to come on and say hello to everyone.
These guys could stay on if there's room, if you guys want to, and you might be able to ask him questions too if you want. If we have room, Chris. If we don't,
we have room.
Who do we got? I wish I was in control of this stuff, not have like a drum roll When you have the
Oh.
chant come on, I would at least have a drum roll or something going on.
You know, I got two hands. I got two hands here.
This is
We could do a doorbell. You know, you want?
there we go. We got the drum roll. We're just 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
We should have expected, like said, bring the diesel instead of the Prius. We wouldn't have been
production. Yeah, production isn't that great.
Sabrina, Zach, can you guys help us on that side of things too?
What side of things? I'm
On
lost.
the production for the podcast.
Oh.
You are.
Hey, I'm just giving him a hard time, but let's get to the big thing tonight here. We had an individual win. Jordan Berg won the first overall ever. What was that, 2 years ago, Travis? Yeah, 2 years ago, I think. Yep. First time ever. We had one way back, and I mean way back around like 2000, probably 10, had gotten runner up. And then Jordan broke into the first overall youth 2 years ago. And then we talked about that quite a bit. And then last year, it says Travis Brandt, but I'm going to guess Cole Brandt would be the one that actually got that. Here we go with our production again.
I didn't put that on there. Who did that?
Boy, I don't know. I know Sabrina and Zach knows that I didn't do it. But Cole Brandt picked up the second ever win last year. And I fully believed if you hadn't had some just very unfortunate circumstances, you would have picked up a couple more last year. But now we open up the season, and I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you any lie or make it sound like I did something I didn't. I got up kind of late that morning and I forgot, and I went to look at it and it ruined it because as soon as I tried to bring it up on Facebook, it already had a congratulations. So I didn't get to see the win, but when I went to check on it, it was cool. Obviously, the first thing I seen that morning on Facebook was that the very opening round, which was just last weekend, that was South Carolina, wasn't it? Are you there, Cole?
Can you talk, Cole? Now, this is not a production issue.
Do we have sound with Cole? There you go. He said yes.
I can read lips.
Yeah, I just seen
Do it
the Andy,
again.
I seen the Andy for president. Well, we ain't got no sound out of Cole. I'm gonna have to talk for him here if he can't get it figured out. But
Cole, I think you might have to go out and come back in. It's sound on your side.
uh-oh.
Yep. So we'll let him go out, come back in. It might be his phone, or looks like he's trying to join from his phone. Give him a second.
Maybe this time we can coordinate a drum roll or something, make him feel better. Probably why he's not talking to us.
Can you hear us now, Cole? No, buddy. We can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh man, the myth.
Well, we had Travis on before, but now we got Cole on. Now we're pulling Travis out of the garage. This is not going to be good. Cole, you just shake your head if I'm right, okay? Cole, that was South Carolina, right, where you picked up the win? And you was you second or third going into the Timber? Second, yep. I think that's Peace.
Second, he was second going in first. Second going into the Timber.
Uh-oh, now we're froze up. This just isn't going very good.
And I think first lap, right, Cole, took over the lead. And didn't look back. And Chris is cooler than Andy. Oh, I'm kicking him out now. Nope.
Still nothing. Huh.
This is what we get when we're live.
It's okay. Makes it interesting.
Yeah.
We'll give him a second here. Maybe he'll start yelling at us pretty soon. He'll get it. I know he can't talk to us right now, but it's pretty darn cool that, Cole started out. I might be wrong here, but I think he started out like in circle track, with the quads and stuff, and came over to cross country when he was just a little feller, and been getting, I don't know how many championships he's won. I'm going to say probably 8 or 9, I'm guessing. Look at that. I was right again. I know Chris gets mad at me because I'm right all the time, but yeah, 9 championships now. And he starts out the year by picking up an overall overall youth win at the GNCC the first round. And I think that's really letting everybody know exactly what to expect, from the year, so this didn't look like an easy track either. It looked like a slick, muddy, wet track. I think is it Florida, your next one? Yep, Florida. So this is a very interesting conversation.
Yeah. This is how I wish our conversations with you would go.
Well, if we can't get him fixed here shortly, we'll maybe invite him back. Well, he probably won't be around. He'll probably already be left next Wednesday for Florida, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
No? Doggone it.
Well. Nope.
I just got a text saying that they're working on it, so who knows? But that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start looking at that, we've got a youth that's winning the national overall. Came out of the series. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
It takes the whole family, obviously, the team to get around there. A lot of stuff we've talked about on the podcast, at the mini series with the maintenance and everything. And
how about now, Cole?
Anything, Cole?
Nothing.
Write it down on a piece of paper.
Oh, as I see a comment in the chat, struggle's real. So, yeah, I mean,
We'll get him back on.
Yeah.
We'll let them work on it and see if they can get it. But do you have any idea, Chris, what it could be? Like,
it's got to be their sound. I don't know, Cole, if you want to try to join from a phone, it might be easier.
he's no longer on here, Chris.
You can still hear me in the background.
Oh, he can? Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to verify that. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. I was looking forward to giving him props and asking him a couple questions. So,
God, this is father like son. Just, try plugging in a headset.
smart kid. I got to give him credit.
Oh.
So let me ask Sabrina and Zach there. Did you guys happen to see the last lap pass at the last GNCC?
I did.
Oh, wait,
Or
let's
one-
check. Cole?
Cole testing 1.
The mute
No.
button on your headset.
Nope.
Are those your white headphones? Put your finger up in the air and turn around real quick. See if it works.
Oh, now he's froze.
Cole. Uh-oh.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did.
Put your hand up and turn.
Poor.
Finger. No?
Frame every 10 seconds.
No.
No, I think could be Wi-Fi. Always freezing, so we'll get him back on.
Did he try with the phone?
The backup.
There we go. There he's going to the phone. We got play-by-play here. Taking the beats off. We're going to the phone.
So you probably have to go upstairs. Hey, this is off the cuff.
His is muted right now. That's why we're having the issue. There we go. Can you hear it? No. Can't hear us, Cole? Oh, you can hear us? I feel like I'm at a zoo talking to the windows.
Talking to yourself?
Yeah.
Ask him for the last lap review, nonverbal.
Hi, Cole.
Oh.
Hi.
All right, that should be.
There
Wow.
we go.
What's up?
I just feared there's too many other people trying to interview at the same time. Is that what's wrong?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, bud. I don't know if you could hear everything we were talking, but you had a heck of a race there, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
So I remember this little Cole that didn't like to talk at all when he got up on the podium. So you're kind of being forced, you're putting your own situation now to where you got to talk, aren't you?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of a privilege to be up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your race. It was at South Carolina. Was it the Big Buck?
Yep.
And the first race of the year. So going into it, I know your confidence levels, through the roof. I know that you can do it. So tell us really quick about you going into the race and then how the race started for you.
We got there. It was pretty nice, and then that Friday night it started pouring down rain, and then it stopped. Started my race. It was pretty good, pretty cold though, and then it started raining about halfway through, and it just turned into a slick mud fest. And then,
if I remember right, didn't mean to interrupt you, but if I remember right, you like mud races, don't you?
I don't like them, but I do good in them.
Okay, maybe that's what I should. You perform well in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I went into the woods second, and then made the pass for first early in the race, or early in the first lap, and rode from there and never looked back.
And I heard, I don't think it was live. It might have been on a video someone had taken, but I heard, was it second or third place talking about, I think maybe they were in the lead for just a second, and then you gotten around them, and they just wanted to keep you in check, and they just weren't able to do that.
Yeah, the kid that got the whole shot, he led for a little bit, and then I was on. We checked out from everyone, and then we just we were battling back and forth, going through split lane to split lane, and he finally just let me around.
So how does that feel knowing the first race like that you handled? I mean, it's cross country, so I hate it when someone says it was a mud race. I hate it when everybody says that's the great equalizer, which I agree, but I hate it when we're talking cross country and someone says, well, he won, it was a mud race, or he won, it was dusty. It's cross country. We race whatever's thrown in, at us.
Yep.
Everybody out there has to deal with the same situation. So knowing that, how did it make you feel when it started raining? You already got the lead, and then take us lead from there.
Once it started raining, I kind of just slowed my pace down a little bit and tried not to wreck or anything like that. I kept going pretty quick, and then it got really slick. just slowed down a little bit.
Is that where you kind of, instead of using your driving skills, you got to kind of revert back to someone going like this, like use your head?
Yeah, it got really slick and sliding, bouncing off trees and all that. I just didn't want to wreck and ruin my whole race right there because some dumb moves or whatever.
Yeah. So you pretty much hold your own, and I think you pretty much extended the gap, didn't you, all the way through the race?
Yeah, on the second lap, I'm pretty sure I had like a 40-second gap and then finished with a minute 10.
Very nice. So obviously that's got to feel good to get through the first lap or the first race like that, knowing, you know, it's a first race of the year and I got the whole rest of the year. I've already got started on the right. What do you guys do to prepare for this, to make sure that you can do this?
Dad just works a lot and gets my quad ready for the race. Make sure it's as good as it can be, and bring stuff for the mud, bring stuff for the dust. It's just be prepared for whatever weather you get.
So to win the overall, this isn't something, I know you're the driver out there, but this isn't something you can do on your own, is it?
No.
You guys got a heck of a team behind you. How many people traveled with you to this race?
It was just me, Jackson Carroll, Dylan Trigg, and my dad.
Gotcha. So probably the smallest bad habit crew we've seen at a race, right?
Yeah.
And how many hours was that for you? Get down there.
16.
Was it a shorter trip going down or a shorter trip coming back?
Felt way longer going down there.
Yeah. Once you win that overall, it feels pretty good no matter where you're going, huh?
Yeah.
So are you prepared for a tough question?
Yeah.
I know you know about this. Something we were going to talk about here in a little bit. What is your opinion on that last lap pass in the pro class?
I think it was a dirty pass. If you look at Josh's moves, if Adam wasn't there, Josh was flying over that berm 100%. So I think it was a dirty pass.
Did you
But
see
I will say Adam's reactions didn't need to be like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not here to pass judgment on anybody. We appreciate and obviously like both of those riders. It's a tough for us to see, you know, the aftermath is one thing, but you know, we're kind of setting the precedent for how we're going to handle situations, you know, the very first race of the year, you know, and it puts, no matter if it's a local series or national series, it puts them in a situation, you know, that you don't want to be into. But it just shows also the type of racing, the how tough it is, you know, how hard it is to get a point, you know. But yeah, I was just curious on what everybody's thoughts process was it, you know, in situations. We all know what we would probably do in a situation like that, where we'd make the pass or how we'd react to it, you know, and just kind of interesting to see everybody's opinion on that. And obviously that's a hot topic right now. And you know, might call it bad publicity, but bad publicity is still publicity. So there's a lot of people talking about cross-country racing right now, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So what would you tell here in 2 months? I think we're supposed to have a countdown timer, but I don't think Chris has gotten it done yet. But
it's on my list.
But we got a countdown going for our first race for the local series. So now that you've gotten a win, you've already made the long trip. You're getting ready to make another longer trip. You're going to have probably at least 4? I'd say probably at least 4 races in before the local series starts, won't you?
Yeah, I'll have Alabama, Florida this last race, and then Camp Coker.
So, okay, yep. So having 4 races in before like our local series start, how much does that help you?
It gets me prepared for the 2-hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're racing an hour down there right now?
Yep.
Yep. Gotcha. And is this your last year in the youth classes?
Yeah. Yeah, last year in the youth class, yep.
Very cool. Cool. I know Chris had a question for you, so I'll let him go.
I was just going to ask him about the follow-up pass yeah, going in a little hot, right? So you can see kind of the videos out there of Adam kind of retaliated against Merrick, but from I don't know, it was a little questionable. Do you think GNCC handled the situation okay by DQing Adam McGill and Josh with nothing?
I think they both should have got docked a spot for sure. I don't think Adam should have just got disqualified and Josh not got nothing towards him.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of was thinking the same thing. We've had Adam on the podcast as well. Great guy. Think he should have maybe handled that a little bit different. I can understand he was mad, but should have handled it a little different, especially around, scoring, how we feel about the scoring situation and everybody around him. But dirty pass, I thought for sure. But retaliation probably shouldn't have been handled that route. Get it off the track, away from the machines, and talk man to man at that time and settle it out.
Yeah.
Zach, did you have any question for our champ today?
No, not yet. What's it like driving all the way down there? I haven't done a GNCC before, and I'm thinking this will be my first year.
Some of them are bad. Some of them are not as bad, like Ironman or Indiana or whatever. It ain't that bad. It's only like 6.5, 7 hours. That's probably our shortest one. That one ain't horrible, but all these far ones ain't the best.
Yeah. What are they going, Talladega this year?
Yep.
That's crazy. You get to be right by the track there and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Really
sick.
cool.
It really is right next to the track.
Yeah.
Like right by it.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a heck of a one to go to just to be there.
Wow. Well, Cole, you and I have something in common now. I didn't realize that.
What, you're the same height?
No. Oh man, I walked into that one. Actually, I'm pretty sure at the banquet Cole was taller than me, if I remember right. So, but no, Cole's going to participate at Talladega, and I'm going to participate at the Iowa Speedway this year.
Oh,
so that's pretty cool. 2 NASCAR tracks.
Yeah,
getting to go to. Of course, I'm going 12 mile an hour on a tractor, and you're getting to go on a race quad. So that's really not fair. But
speed.
Sabrina, do you have any questions?
What's your favorite GNCC track, Cole?
Either Ironman or Florida.
Okay.
And what makes them stand out for you?
I like riding in the sand, and I've always done good at Ironman.
Now the sand, I watch those. You guys compete down there. It seems to me, I don't know if they changed the track, but you get the sand, but you also seem to get like a lot of funky looking tree ruts.
Yeah, there are some weird ones there.
They really come out. Is it just because of the sand that's covering them, or what is that?
I have no clue.
Huh. It just looks, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but when you look at the pictures and stuff from down there, it's like, it looks way different than I've ever seen tree ruts before, Okay. So now, do you get to go on some extra activities while you're down there?
Yeah, we'll be down there. We leave next Wednesday and get back February 11th. So we'll be down in Florida for like a week, and then we'll go over to Alabama and race the Talladega, and then we'll head home. We'll be doing some fun stuff in that week that we're in Florida.
You do any practicing anywhere?
I think we're planning on going somewhere, but I have no clue where.
Yeah. Bad thing for Zach is you talk about the long drives. You just got to add another 6 hours on for Zach, right?
Yeah, it's like 5 just to get out of the stab from northern Minnesota. So I was gonna ask, which one would you recommend going to for first time? I was thinking Ironman for sure this year. I don't really care about the drive. I'm just more of looking for fun. And then I got a 4-year-old son, so Stasic Racing is in the mix, and talking about that. And Ironman be the one.
Ironman's fun for like their track's fun, but also like all the stuff they got there to do, and it's pretty cool. And then the Camp Coker, the South Carolina one, there's a pond there you can fish. You can there's like a rope thing that you can swing into the water. There's a lot of cool stuff to do there too.
Yeah, but Zach's from Minnesota. I don't think he's much of an outdoorsman.
I get on that rope and I'll break my arm or something like that. I'm getting old.
So, yeah.
Cool. I think Zach should just go straight to Florida.
I would, but I'm going to Arizona. I think I'm going to Lake Havasu, and I think they have is it Works out there?
Yeah.
They have a Works race at Lake Havasu and like one of the islands out there. That looked like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's a whole different series, isn't it? That's a lot different.
Yeah.
Than GNCC.
I've seen it. Braxton Gross from our GNCC series races those.
It's kind of more of a, I'd almost call it almost more of a desert race, isn't it? Versus a cross country, or I guess what we call cross country.
Yeah, it's really rocky.
Oh, rocky. Okay. Huh.
The Works races. I don't know.
They're not 2 hours, right?
Not sure.
The videos I saw look more MX oriented almost too, like not necessarily as XE, but I couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm. I kind of interrupted you, Sabrina. Was that your only question for him?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We went to Hoosier last year, and it rained that day, so that kind of sucked to take pictures.
Yeah, that one was a mud fest, bad.
Yeah,
rained down the starting line of the youth race.
Huh.
Yeah, I was down at the bottom of the pro hill taking pictures, and it turned into like a river, so it was like up to my knees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool. Well, Cole, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Hold on.
Oh.
I would start
my
out.
Parents.
I would start out by saying I want to thank Zach, Sabrina, and Chris for the new website.
I got a whole list.
Okay,
Go for it.
Add it to the end.
My parents, Bad Ever Racing, Auntie A, Grandpa, Grandma, Uncle Cook, Spider Graphics, HV4 Henson Racing, Arm Construction, Rick Checo, HVG, Trax Performance, FXR, Struthers, Quadtech, Hicklin, Glenn, Hetrick, Doug Schultz, Scott Motorsports, OGO, Kaiser Wheels, Motowaz, Precision, ODI, and Stroom.
Very cool. Well, congratulations, bud. We definitely be getting up early enough to watch you this next time, and definitely be part of the big group pulling for you back home. So
this next one doesn't start till an hour later than this last one did.
Nice. Well, that's good. Is that good for you too?
Oh yeah.
Now, some people say like if you get a haircut, you're even quicker.
I got one today.
Oh, you did. Gotcha. All right, man. Well, good luck, and good luck to your whole team, and safe travels. Is it all you the same four that went down this time going this one, or more people going?
Oh, a lot of us are going to this one.
Are you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, safe travels, man, and bring another one back home.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you later. See ya. That boy has gotten faster and faster each year.
Yep. So I kind of threw out there in the chat just get some comments going, asking if anybody's seen that video out there. I did post it on the Facebook page. It was the first comment after the podcast announcement for tonight. So there's some out here, some comments out here, like, free the gator. No, like I said earlier, I don't know if I could condone what he did afterwards. But yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts?
I thought I was watching Barsha pass somebody, or at least attempt it. I look pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I don't think at least ramming people at the scoring there was pretty. But hey, tempers are flying. Those guys are doing some real racing, so I can't say what I would or would have not have done. But
yeah, I agreed with Cole. I definitely thought it was dirty, but I feel like Adam should have tried to keep his cool a little bit better. I feel like it'd be different if it was like the last run of the season and his podium and everything was on the line. But with it being the first race of the year, it kind of looks bad on him and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think
they had to make an example of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the one thing about this is if you look at, and I've just got stuff pop up on my phone, but and Chris and I was talking about earlier, there was like 400 comments on, well, there's multiple threads on it, but just a one thread on, I just went blank, Merritt's. On Merritt's page, there was like 400 comments, and you go to Adam McGill's and you see that I think someone was saying he had more views from his how he does his live race reports. Heard he had more views there than Racer TV had during the races. So the one thing that I would summon, I'm not going to really give my opinion on this. I guess my only opinion that I would give is that we can't have that stuff happen coming through scoring. That's all the rest of the stuff I think is stuff that's going to happen. I'm not saying it was right or it was wrong, but I think that's stuff that we have happened. And I think if anybody's ever heard me, my own son, other riders that's came and said that something like this has happened, I'm probably going to walk the line here, but I'm a big one for setting the tone on whether it's the first race or the last race or whatever on how you want the next race to be handled. And if that means that you feel like you need to stand up for yourself, that's something that, I think man to man, you deal with that. But it just can't happen in the scoring area, and there's just too many people there. And here's the thing is I'm not saying I know Adam like a best friend, but I respect Adam and I respect Merritt. Yeah. But I think given, and I appreciate Adam getting on there and giving his reports and talking and stuff. And I know he wishes that he would have done something different as far as maybe not saying he did anything wrong. It's just where he did it, And so that's the part that the only thing I'm going to condone. I'm not saying I'm not going to take a side on a pass or, anything like that in my situation. I'm just saying that we have to protect our scoring people that's there to do their job and the people viewing and stuff. And it's just not the right situation to do that there. I wish they would have waited till they got back to the trailers or something, so. But hey, the good thing is though, I told Chris, I don't know if you guys I know I'm the old guy here, but I go back to NASCAR and NASCAR wasn't on TV at all when I was young growing up until Cale Yarborough and Bobby Allison got in that fight down in turn 2 or 3 and 4, and you see it all the time still on NASCAR on ESPN when they show stuff about NASCAR. It's because that's what woke things up, and this had, I think if I seen it, I was looking at it because of all the stuff going on. And I think it was one of the lowest numbers GNCC's had. And I'm not saying that's because of the sport going down or anything like that. I think a lot of it had to do with the weather, and beginning of the year and the weather and stuff. But people are talking about how the numbers are low, but now you look at, I guarantee you the internet hasn't been blown up like this about a race, in a long time, so this is definitely making people think and take notice of the sport. So I'm gonna walk away from it being a positive thing than a negative thing,
Yeah.
But so
kind of reminds me of the Battle of the Barn. Remember the junior carts where the kid just basically cut a third of the track off to take out the kid winning the race, and then got them both thrown off. So that went viral multiple times. So yeah, I see.
We've talked about this before, Chris, but when I used to race we call it the Battle of the Barn, but it's out there at the Winter Dome racing at the State Fair back in the day. And we always joked around that we went out for the fights and got to see some racing. It's just, that's kind of the way it was, so, but no, very cool. I think the sport's in a good place right now. And I think sometimes you need some of that stuff, unfortunately it just needs to be handled in a different way. And I don't think GNCC was, you can say they did it wrong. You say they did it right, depending on which side you're on, but there's really not a win-win situation in there. But I think you got to draw your line in the sand and say what you think's right and what's not. And don't look back, just make that decision, so. Yeah. But now, hey, the line's been drawn now. I mean, first race of the year, we know what you can get away with and what you can't get away with on either side of the coin. So, So Zach, don't be throwing down at the scoring, okay? Because that scoring guy will be ratting you out. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, that's if I can make it a full lap to even get to scoring.
And I'm sure Sabrina will be there to have photos, so we'll know what happened. So,
yeah,
pay-per-view.
Yeah, isn't this weird? We got Zach that's going to be causing the trouble. We got Chris that's going to be witnessing it and ratting him out. We got Sabrina that's taking pictures, and it's all going to end up in my lap, and I got to decide what to do. Dang, we got it all covered here.
But I made the website.
Right. No matter what, Zach, I'm on your side. So I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, exactly. So. Andy for president. Oh, I'm good for the year now.
There you go. Zach's good.
Oh, yeah.
What were you saying, Chris?
No, never mind.
Disagreeing with everything that just happened.
Oh, by the time we make the decision, he'll already be in the Prius and gone. So.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for both coming on tonight. Probably a little bit longer because Andy talks a lot than maybe you're anticipating. But I think we had some good conversation. Kind of was a filler. Got to have Cole on. That was a good deal.
Why do you keep saying filler? You make it sound like we just went to these two as they're like the second choice. How long did it take? When you asked me, how long did it take for me to tell you that this is who I wanted on?
Probably within 30 seconds.
See? So it wasn't no filler. We might have changed our situation here, but there's nobody that deserved to be on here more than these two. So
don't take it in a bad way. It wasn't meant in a bad way.
You guys see who's sticking up for you, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know this.
It all makes sense now.
Andy for president.
No wonder they rally behind him.
Hey, thank you guys so much. You too, Chris. I know I'm kind of the one that we have fun with this stuff, but obviously everybody knows I know nothing about websites. Very appreciative of every single thing that you guys are doing. I'm amazed every single time when we have these, even today, or during the day, we're talking about making these little changes, and shoot, before I know it, I mean, the changes are made and You guys are off on the neck. I can't keep up with the text, let alone. So if you guys think that I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I just can't type as fast as you guys. You guys are getting 3 or 4 questions before I can even answer one. So I got to go back and rewind a little bit. So, but yeah, seriously, the series is in a lot better shape than it's ever been right now moving forward because you 3 and the time and the effort you guys are putting in behind the scenes. So you'll never, ever hear me say anything about you 3 being a filler. So I just want you to know that. So, but thank you guys so much. I know, like Chris said, it's been a little extra long tonight with having Mr. Brandt come on late and having some issues there, but appreciate everything you guys are doing behind the scenes. And I guarantee you won't get thanked enough for really what it means. So appreciate all 3 of you guys' hard work. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
Yep.
All right. Till next week, we'll pick back up the mini podcast.
No, we're gonna be off of that for a couple weeks.
Oh, so okay. So we're gonna have another filler week, huh?
Same
What are
time
you guys
next week,
doing
I can
next-
beer.
What are you guys doing next week?
Yeah, I can yap all night. Just tell
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah. Oh,
All right, you guys have a good one, and I'm sure we'll be talking probably tomorrow. I'm guessing. about something.
probably. Well, if you guys
Sounds
stick
good.
around, there's a couple other things we can talk about real quick.
All right.
All right.
good.
So next
Thank
week,
you.
we'll see you guys later.
See ya.